Hi, I'm Lisa Gio from Step Rightly, and we're talking with Vana from La Papier Studio. And today we're
Hello.
talking about PR. And we've sort of dialed it down to three different PR efforts that you can make. One is your personal efforts with a blog or with your website. The second is reaching out to other bloggers to get cross links back to your website. And the third is traditional PR. And Vana, you've had experience with all three. Will you first tell us a little bit about your personal efforts with your blog?
Sure. With my blog, I have created an editorial calendar, which helps me stay focused and organized about the postings that I come up with every single week. So on Tuesdays, for example, I talk about anything about running a small business, like the series you're watching today. I also do giveaways, and those actually go on Wednesdays. Do tutorials or feature other artists. So what that has helped me with my marketing efforts as well as kind of stay organized.
Mm-hmm. Good. And what about reaching out to other bloggers or PR press magazines? I know that you had a success recently during Easter with the Hostess is the Mostess. Will you tell us about that?
Sure. Um, like with my editorial calendar for the blog, I also keep another calendar called the press calendar. And months in advance, I schedule about what I'm going to talk about or a product that I might have been working on. I kind of schedule around the launch time for it to reach out to blogs and magazines and introduce it or kind of collaborate with them. And that's what happened with Hostess for the Mostess. I had come up with a series of DIY type of project tutorials, and I proposed one of them to them with links to the other ones that I had featured on my blog. And they liked the idea and they thought it would be useful and informational to share it on their blog, which they did. And they linked back to my blog. So I gained new readers as well as a few new customers who found out about my brand and came, checked out my website. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. Sometimes you just need to put yourself out there and take, it might be kind of risky, you may think, but, the worst thing that they could say is no.
yes.
And you're also really superbly organized. That's awesome.
I don't know.
Um, so
Trying.
traditional PR, you've also hired out to do some of your PR. Tell us about that.
Yes. About a year ago, I researched to hire a PR firm, and it was, as you might know, it's really expensive for a small business to work with a big firm, to have them on a retainer and pay them monthly for a full year. So that was something that, it was out of the picture. And I set to research for a more small scale PR firm, probably a person or two. And I found my PR person through a connection with you, Lisa. So
Yeah,
always use
great.
your connections. That's the best thing. But anyways, the PR person that I worked with, basically, I hired her on a 3-month basis. So it was a specific campaign that I was targeting, that I was, hiring her for, which was to reach out around holiday, for the holiday season. And we worked for a 3-month time. We started in summer and we built the lookbook. She pitched to magazines and blogs and all of that. So it helped me tremendously tell my brand, tell my story, expand the brand to a national level, and also kind of be consistent with my PR efforts. I've hired her twice, and it's something that I always go back to if I have a new product or a new story that I want to share with a bigger readership. So yeah.
So of these three venues, the personal efforts, reaching out to other bloggers, and also traditional PR, if you had to pick one, which one have you had the best results with?
I would say the traditional PR. It's definitely one that would give you the bigger return on your investment, just because it reaches out to so many different people and level. But they're all important, I think, for you to kind of be true to your brand and continue to spread your story. I would say keeping an editorial calendar had helped me build a community around my blog and kind of have followers looking forward to certain posts. but also reaching out to other blogs and collaborating with them. That's like very, very important to be part of a community and distinguish yourself, I guess, from others. So.
Good. I think you're very successful in the PR efforts that you do because, as I mentioned, you're organized and you also have the time to put into it. It does take a lot of time to build that voice and to spread it out over the internet. There's lots of websites out there that nobody goes to and nobody visits because there's another person on the other side who's maintaining that site and isn't putting their voice out there. You really have to be careful with your reputation online and be positive and sincere and truthful and friendly. I think those are really the key efforts that you should write down and memorize and do, in all aspects of your life. So anyways, thanks so much, and we'll talk with you guys soon.
Thanks.